Hello collectors, it's Steven here with a new kind of video for you today, a closer look at some action figure effect parts made by Kaiju Cityscape. Making buildings, effect parts, and more, there's a lot to offer, but what's available and how does it look? Well, you know the drill. Let's take a look at a sample of their offerings and see whether or not they're worth adding into your collection. So right away, Kaiju Cityscape offers a lot of different types of buildings and effect parts, but today I'm looking at one of the larger buildings, a fire effect part, and one blue beam effect. All of the effects and buildings are handmade, so there will be variations in the process. But if you're looking to get a closer look at everything, check out the official Instagram and Facebook pages linked in the description. So, to kick things off, we're going to be looking at the flame effect. The flame effect is simple in design and is effective in display. This one has a nice flat base with a few pillars of fire reaching upwards. With the paint application and the materials, it has a very nice, unique quality to it. With some effect parts, namely Bandai's, there's this sense of bland stagnation with one color. Here, the reds, the oranges, and the yellow really give it the feel that it's moving. Overall, almost like it's fluid. And if you have a few of these lined up, it'll show some serious chaos in your city. Or if you want to use it in a different way, whether it's Bowser blazing away Mario or an Ultra Demon rising out of hell, the fire effect is neat. Next, the blue beam effect. A nice white base color with blue brushing to it. Long indeed, the beam effect looks nice and it does look a bit chaotic. Of course, the beam does have a hole in it at the bottom for a Tamashii stage support arm. Going back literally one sentence, it does look a bit chaotic, right? It looks a lot like the Spitfire beam effect from the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2014 Spitfire version. Not a bad thing at all, as this is a nice replacement effect for the beam, or a supplement if you would like more. Now, this beam works well for your Godzilla figures, especially since Bandai has not been doing a great job with that lately. So, whether it's for your Heisei Godzilla or another Godzilla in general, this beam looks nice with all of them. Monster Arts, NECA, Heisei, Showa, Millennium, or anything else. But you know what? Let's have some fun. It's a beam effect, right? You can use it with other characters too, whether it's a Kamehameha fired from one of the strongest Saiyans to have ever lived, or if it's a hydro pump from the Smogon Frog itself, Greninja. The beam has a lot of uses. Last, the one everyone's been waiting for, that big old building. Yes, it is indeed a big one. The details on this one are interesting due to the creation process with a lot of chunks taken out of it, and it really does look ravaged. From a distance, you can tell it looks destroyed, but when you look at it up close, you can appreciate some of the finer details here, and it's the smaller things that really, truly do count. The building has a little radio antenna, tower, whatever you want to call it, on top of it, which is neat, and you can see some of the connection parts which are disguised rather well. Painting is great here. There are also little hunks and chunks and whatever and stuff of rebar in the building, which really does add to the realism of this. There are a lot of pre-made buildings from larger companies where you don't see this type of detailing. The damaged windows are done rather well, along with the gash marks and gnash marks in the building to make it look like nice chunks are torn out. It really looks like a kaiju tore into this building and completely destroyed it. Now for the size of the building. I know sizing and scaling are important for a lot of you, and the building is just a bit bigger than 6 inches, which might make a few of you go womp womp, but the good thing is that they go great with larger scale figures, maybe something along the lines of an X+, which unfortunately I don't have. But when these types of buildings are placed in the back of a display, like how you're seeing now, these buildings take up that skyline, if you will, and help block out that unwanted empty space, if you want to block it out. But what's also cool about these larger buildings for the 6-inch figures is that they can help recreate some awesome, famous scenes which you really won't be able to do in any other way. So yes, this larger scale, maybe the details wouldn't exactly fit into this Kaiju's universe, but if you want to have some fun with it, and let's be honest, that's all we really want to do here, this building is really cool to add into your display. Anyway, when you combine everything all together, you get a really neat package with lots of display capabilities, and more options is always better when you look at everything from all different companies. Whether it's in the background to fluff out a display, or it's the centerpiece of the action, Kaiju Cityscape has some neat effect part offerings with an ever-evolving catalog for your city destruction needs. If you're interested in buying anything, check the description for their Facebook page and their Instagram, and be sure to tell them Steven sent you. Gotta be honest, once a bit more cash comes my way, I might be picking some more up. I've been using them in my reviews so far, and as I expand my effect part collection, the more, the better. Well, that's it for this video, but that doesn't mean you need to close out just yet. There are a few other videos that just popped up on your screen, so go ahead and click on those to watch some more of my videos, and then there's the description to check out, where I've linked to where you can get this figure or others like it, and the credits to see how this video was made, so be sure to check that out. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe. I love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, collectors, and I'll catch ya in the next video.